Minions of the Zoo. In space! Tonight's episode, The Dilithium Crisis.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Minions of the Zoo in Space. I'm your keeper for tonight, Tyr Alexander. I'm here with Traveling Exhibits, Mitch Nemo. Wait a minute, sorry, say it again.
To my dreamscape.
Critical Thinker Guild.
All rise, motherfucker.
Tragic Gardner.
I don't have anything.
God damn it, Tragic. And Willie Forge.
Oh, he came out swinging with I don't have anything. That sounds pretty tragic.
Tell me when it's over. I'm just gonna be curled up in my little comfy corner over here. Mitch brought the catnip.
Mitch got the nip.
Motherfucker.
Mitch got the nip. All right.
I didn't.
And as always, we will be playing some Star Trek Online, talking about some shit. Honestly, Critical Thinker Guild brought the first topic of discussion. Go ahead, talk about the boycott of Black Friday.
Okay. So about a couple hours ago, I was watching a video by Ruin Leon. He's a pretty good YouTuber. I've been watching him for a couple of years now. And he brought up a video. There was a couple of women who are saying that they are going to boycott certain stores.
Oh, there you
like
go. I see you.
Walmart,
No, you're
Chick-fil-A,
y'all are
all
not.
this other crap.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, we gotta do something because they voted for the orange. She actually said for the Orange Man, or they donated to the Orange Man.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking stupid? And
Yes.
the thing is that Black Friday has nothing to do with race, skin color, anything like that. It is between black, which means good, and red, which means bad. It helps stores that are in the red to become good in the black on Black Friday. That's all it means.
And they do
Where
so by
stores
way
have
of
really good
special sales and big loss leaders.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's be clear. They're not doing sales. That's a lie.
They're just shuffling deck
What they're
chairs.
doing is putting wildly overpriced items at
Televisions.
at slightly overpriced rates for a day.
Well, it depends. They've got some items that they actually do mark below below wholesale, because it's a loss leader. It's to get people into the store to buy all the other impulse buys.
Yeah.
But they'll never do that with groceries, will they?
Well, they do that with groceries. Mitch,
one of the stuff that's never a loss leader is the stuff in the checkout lane.
Yep.
Mitch, they actually do that with groceries. Eggs and milk are usually underpriced for what they are to get you in the store.
Ground beef, man.
Well,
I want beef product. I want beef meat.
Well, true.
Beef meat.
But like stuff like eggs get you in the store because you need eggs and you need shit that stuff there. But you buying the other shit.
Beef meat.
I know. I want beef meat too. Goddamn it.
I'm talking steaks. I'm talking tips. I'm talking ribs. I'm talking ground beef. I'm talking.
Skin
give
flu.
me a fucking burger.
Goddamn.
Give me all that. Beef meat.
I got corned beef in the fridge that I think I'm gonna stick in the slow cooker on Wednesday and pull out on Friday.
None of that Irish shit. Beef meat.
I do want a corned beef. That would be.
No, none of that Irish shit, man. Beef meat.
You want beef meat? All right, join the random.
Well, I've got a roast in the freezer.
What do you want for breakfast? I want a beef meat sandwich, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I want
I
a
want a
beef
beef
meat,
meat taco.
motherfucker.
I want a beef meat pizza. I want a beef meat burrito. Give me my fucking beef meat.
Hey, Mitch, you know how much I love eating cow?
Oh, that sounds wrong, man.
It
That
does.
sounds like you. That sounds like you got a
That's
fetish
not
for fat
sound
women.
right. No.
How much I
gotta
love that
throw up.
beef is I go to the store and buy it so that I can eat a cow's face too.
Beef
Wait a
meat.
minute, hold on.
I go to the
Genty
store to
Maxie,
worship the cow.
wait a minute. Genty Maxie just said, Mitch, just buy a cow and ride it home.
Beef meat.
Not
But
that
then he's
way.
but then he's got to like butcher it himself and everything.
No, he doesn't. He just eat it straight. Just attack
Oh, I
it.
got a knife.
Oh, I did want to mention because I pride myself in the notion that I hold myself to a higher standard than your average mainstream journalist.
Okay.
I do have to do a correction today for something I said Saturday
All right.
on the midnight show, which has to do with the Daniel Penny situation,
Mhm.
Jordan Neely, and it's not that he was alive when Penny left, because he was alive for 2 hours after being released from the hold by Penny. And it's not that they've got that on 911 or they've got that on body cams, and it's not that they have the other person who is basically given a special deal despite fleeing the scene and lying to police and everything like that. It is that he was actually Hispanic and not black.
Oh, I knew it.
So Tyr was right, and I had a informational mistake there that I must correct. And like I said, I pride myself in holding myself to higher standards than your average journalist.
It's like I always say.
Just doing your due diligence.
I thank you for that.
Look, it's like I always say. The best way to be right all the time is to admit when you're wrong because it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Real men
Yeah,
commit when they're wrong. There's no weakness in that. I was wrong.
And
okay?
I am wrong so rarely that if I have to correct something, I will correct it.
Yeah.
More journalists need to do this.
Yes.
I am more well, I'm at least as much journalist as I am entertainer.
Yeah.
I have to
You are
hold my-
entertaining.
Well, thank you. I try. Actually, I don't try all that hard. I pretty much just let stuff come off the leash and go from there.
Let the good times roll.
Isn't that how you're supposed to do
And
it?
anyway,
Oh,
I thought everybody did that.
the thing I want to bring up is bringing this shit up. So we're not, saying this, but I want to know, how do you lose? How do you have $1 billion and you're in the red by 20 million?
Oh,
End it all on
that's
a
easy.
campaign.
I'm
Be
trying to figure
a
it out.
pro-tyranny presidential candidate.
Okay, makes
Like
sense.
I said, you spend it all on a campaign.
I that boggles my mind.
with huge amounts of it going to buying entertainer endorsements and paying for entertainers to appear at your events to draw in crowds that you can't bring in yourself.
Yeah, for paying all the Avengers actors to go and make a Zoom call. You think
Yeah,
that
I do.
You think that was $1 million payout? No.
That was easily 1 to 1.5 million each.
I bet you it was more than that.
I bet it was more than that. I bet White Beast for Earth was more than that.
I bet it was that per actor, at least.
I bet White Beast for Earth was that much.
Did 2
I'm sorry, I
payments
hate Mark Ruffalo.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Oprah's organization totaling 1 million? With Oprah saying, "Oh, I didn't get paid for that. Guess what? That's public record."
Harpo
didn't get paid for
Media.
that. It was
Harpo
yeah,
Production.
it was the media company she owns that got paid for that, but she didn't.
Oh, she got
She
paid.
technically did not lie, but she also lied.
Yeah.
It is.
Technically, she did not lie. Technically, she did not tell the truth.
Right.
I
Going
didn't get paid.
going on talk shows like Call Her Daddy and what's that one guy that's been irrelevant since the 90s.
Oh,
I
that narrows it down.
I think the only ones who didn't actually get paid were
Shannon Sharp.
other politicians
Right.
and maybe Harry Sisson.
Oh, ew.
Oh, Harry Sisson's been paid.
Oh, he got
Yeah.
paid. They let him blow Joe Biden.
He gargled and spit.
He let Joe Biden blow him.
Whichever.
He also gargled and spit.
I think it's
He doesn't
funny.
kiss. He doesn't kiss the ring. He kisses the cock ring.
Ooh.
Damn.
Go ahead, Tragedy. Sorry.
I think it's funny is that they attempted to release him back into the wild on Sunday, and they ended up bringing him back.
Look, hold on. To be fair, he was looking for Uncle Bosie's killers. Alright? He's going around, he's like, I'm in the jungle. It's perfect. I need to find his body.
I mean, they should have just let him go.
You know? Yeah.
There is a conspiracy theory that he threw the whole thing.
I like to think he did.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, I'm not sure he's entirely with it enough to actually deliberately punish
No.
Milo backstabbing him.
No.
But Jill probably is.
Alright, this
Oh,
is my
Jill
thing.
definitely is.
My thing. He endorsed her immediately. Instead of, dropping out, and like waiting for the party to anoint somebody, he endorsed her, which forced them to coalesce behind her.
Well, they
Mind
had to
you,
coalesce behind her anyway because
war
they'd
chest.
already raised so much. Yeah, the war chest. They'd already raised so much money in the name of Biden-Harris that they could not use that money at all if both of them were removed. So basically, no other candidate could use that money.
Correct.
Yeah, that was a big war chest too. That $1 billion war chest. Yeah, and it fucking amounted to nothing.
Which
I've
they
never
burned
met
the
an
whole
influencer.
thing and ended up millions in debt as
Well,
afterwards.
Let's not pretend to ignore the money they probably also spent on assassination.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, you
Two of
remember?
them, actually.
Nope, that first one, I think they MK altered that kid. They gassed him up.
Oh, probably.
I don't think he was paid to do anything.
Let's be honest. That first assassination attempt, the only part of
That's
that
probably
that
the
went,
closest
that went
anybody will
right
ever
was-
get.
the only part of that went as according to plan was killing the assassin and scrubbing the evidence from the scene.
Yeah, that they nuked his ass from orbit. But the fact
You know,
that
there's one other part that kind of went right, and that was making sure that the security around him was inadequate to the task.
yeah,
Yeah,
But they got caught doing it.
that's not the assassination necessarily. That's the prep work. If you
Well,
if you take my meaning.
yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing that sets off an alarm bell for me is that this guy had no
Social media presence.
He had no social media. Okay, I can understand. Okay, maybe he doesn't have a Facebook or Twitter, but he's not on Discord. He's not on 4chan, not like THUR Affinity.
No, if you were to tell me he was a Mennonite and he did this, because again, you're in Pennsylvania, I could believe that slightly.
I wouldn't, because Mennonites are like, say, them
They're the ones who voted for
pacifists.
Trump in droves.
Yeah, I get that, but
Oh,
I'm
I
just
love
saying.
that.
No, but my point is saying, if you were to say, oh well, he's a Mennonite, and you just, I could believe he not having a social media presence. That wouldn't be the outlandish part. It'd be the outlandish part that a Mennonite would do it.
Right.
But a modern child, he's barely out of his 20s, or barely into his 20s.
Barely,
You're telling me that he had no type of social media presence, no type of internet presence. He had Discord, no Xbox Live accounts.
Not to mention, he could handle a 10 to 20 degree, slant on a roof, where the Secret Service could not.
Well, goats handle, goats, cows, chickens. You know, people that can stand upright.
Yeah.
You know.
Heck, I can handle a 10 to 20 degree slope on a roof. It just hurts if I have to stand there for a period of time.
Oh, it was hot
I'm a
out.
cripple.
You know, okay, the second excuse was, oh, it's hot out, right? And I'm thinking the entire time. So why not have a cooler with water on the roof with you? You know?
Well, the Secret Service snipers that shot the guy were on a steeper slope than what he was on.
Yeah, so what the fuck?
Okay. Here's my thought. He knew. I think this kid knew he was not going to survive getting out of there alive, right? He knew he wasn't.
Oh,
And if he did, even if he managed to do it,
Mm.
even if he managed to hit Trump, he would be immortalized by the left.
he did hit
taking him
Trump.
out.
Just not killed him.
Taking him out.
If he'd have killed Trump, he would have become a martyr and an icon. And I'm talking about Trump, but he'd have become, you know, a rallying cry. You know, he'd be just as like this would not stop.
He'd be more of a martyr. He would be more of a martyr than George Floyd.
Yes, and it wouldn't stop either because we can take them out with impunity. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Who to say they don't go after? Well, fuck Mitch McConnell, to be honest with you. But using him as the example, why not go after Mitch McConnell next? You know, Matt Yates is making a lot of fucking noise. Let's take him out.
Or even
shit. Let's go after. Yeah, let's go after
yeah.
Elon. If they'd have done this and they succeeded, this would have emboldened. Like they don't let shit die, if you will.
No, they don't.
Well, you know, they only escalate further.
And it would be more of them. There'd be more assassins.
Oh yes.
Or would be assassins.
Let me read these really quick. Assassin of the Grey says the ghost of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe both pushed the bullet off path, and he told his friend Donald Sama to turn his head down. Critical goes if we know. Well, you're right here. Read your own goddamn tweet message.
Yeah, that's me. I said if we know what the right says, God smack the bullet away.
All right, and if that bug-eyed spaz was serious, he would have not used a rifle made in China, red dots.
China.
Say what you will. That is a fun way to say that country. China.
China. The
China
thing is, I mean,
asshole.
I'd have had a 10 to, well, you know, probably more than that. I would have had a 15 to 30% chance of making that shot with my daily carry. We're talking about a handgun.
Yeah, pistola.
Right?
Pistola fits inside my clothing so nobody can see it's there.
Yo, Cannibal.
To be fair, I could do that with an AR-15 too, but
the problem with this one is it's been how long since Trump was latter part of the summer, so about August, maybe late July, when he was almost assassinated.
A couple months ago, so yeah.
What have we heard since about that event? It's being swept
right under the
rug.
There's no
Speaking of which, hey, FBI, if you're looking for a dupe to do a political assassination, I'm more than happy to take my government-issued gun. I'm not saying I'll do the assassination, but I'm more than happy to take a government-issued gun. Just saying.
They just seem to issue really shitty guns, though.
No,
it was.
What they should have did. This is what they should have did. They should have got Alex Baldwin to do the shot.
Yeah, at least he has confirmed.
Yeah,
he's
he
got more.
Do it with a confirmed kill.
Yeah, he's got more confirmed kills than any of the assassins attempting to kill Trump recently.
And honestly, I think he would have succeeded. I think Trump would have been so mesmerized by the fact Alex Baldwin was bold enough to try to shoot him that he would just, you know what, take a shot, buddy.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think Baldwin can hit the broadside of the barn if he's trying to.
It was an
broadside of a broad.
Yeah, he can.
Oh.
And the fact that that asshole is not serving a single minute in prison boggles my mind.
Oh, no kidding.
It is
Okay.
a gross miscarriage of justice, especially considering that the stuff that they claimed was a violation of his rights by not doing a Brady disclosure was, one, completely irrelevant to the case, or any possible relevant defense against the charges.
Mm-hmm.
Two, information that his lawyers already knew, and I forgot what three was already.
Okay, it's
Well,
all good.
Kind of funny.
1 and 2 are open and shut, though. His lawyers had the evidence, knew the information that they're saying was withheld. 2 was not relevant, so it's not Brady. It's not wrongfully, unlawfully withheld. It's not that they had him dead to rights on a. By law, it can make no difference where this bullet came from to the charge of involuntary manslaughter, which means the information they claimed was withheld from them is completely irrelevant to the case and any supportable theory of defense by law, meaning the dismissal was a gross miscarriage of justice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He has money, and therefore he can. Yeah.
He has money.
okay.
He spent probably tens of millions of dollars on high-priced New York lawyers who went into the court and did everything they could, just short of gross ethics violations and perjury, to try and fool the judge into believing he had been denied due process, when due process would be him in jail for 18 months and as a violent felon, just like the armorer got.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Keanu Reeves spent months, almost a year, at Terran Tactical, which is a place where the actors go to learn how to
Mm-hmm.
and he spent months learning how to, rack the slide, check the gun for, ammo, doing all that. Why didn't they send him to Terran Tactical?
Oh,
Well,
Baldwin had all the training. He just ended up doing the whole, I don't care because I'm this big actor and somebody else is responsible for the safety, so I don't have to follow industry guidelines, standard gun safety protocols, or anything else.
Even if you don't know, you always treat every single gun as if it was loaded.
He'd had the training. He'd had the training for that. He just
didn't care.
We got an armorer who's responsible for all of this. And I know gun safety. I don't have to follow the rules because we have an armorer to take care of the responsibility for these things. Oh, and if something bad goes wrong, I can lay it off on the armorer as being at fault. Which the thing that he misses, and everybody defending him, defending her, and everybody seems to miss, is more than one person can be criminally responsible for that death.
Yep.
Yes.
One person just pled out, who was criminally responsible for the death, pled out. One person went to trial and was convicted. One person went to trial and their lawyers conned the judge into dismissal with prejudice.
They got razzed dazzled.
Oh, I just wanted a mini rant on this one because my grief with that one.
Hold on, Craig was about to say something. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Jen. Jen, mine's tangentially.
Oh, okay.
Tangent. Go ahead, Jen.
Sorry.
I'm probably gonna feed into yours anyway, but it's just Alec Baldwin spent years on TikTok and maybe not TikTok, but at least Twitter, ranting about gun laws in the U.S. He was very big on the Democratic side on on amping up the gun laws. So for somebody who's really keen
Imagine
on
my
understanding,
shock.
you know, for somebody who's really keen on gun laws, you would think that that guy would actually know what gun laws actually are, and then apply
Funny
them
thing
to
is
himself.
about that. Funny thing about that is everybody who is against guns or who think that they know everything about guns, most of the time don't know shit about guns.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's demonstratively true, but if you're gonna sit there and talk like that, and then sit there and be like, well, I didn't know, it wasn't my fault. Well, you seem to think that you're very, very keen on guns, you know? So you should know that stuff then, shouldn't you?
Oh, his
agree.
police interview was absolutely damning. His police interviews, literally, all they would have had to, technically speaking from a legal perspective, all they needed to get a conviction on involuntary manslaughter in the state.
He should have been the one convicted, in my opinion.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, he was on a fast track to get convicted, and his lawyers pulled the smoke and mirrors thing,
They razzle dazzle.
accusing.
Let's be real. His lawyers didn't do any sort of legal smoke and mirrors as much as they probably bribed somebody, likely a judge or a prosecutor.
Fred wanted to say something.
Probably. Go on.
I wanted to make a case here. I think Alec Baldwin should have been tried and should have been tried and punished. Once we're on agreement here.
Mm-hmm.
The case I want to make here is the armorer should have faced a whole lot more charges than she did. The
Because she
reason
put a
why-
real bullet in the gun.
Well, that's part of it. Here's why I'm thinking this. When you have a firearm on set, it's because you are eventually going to fire that firearm on scene.
Yes.
That's why they use the blanks and everything else, is they want a realistic shot. So eventually, that trigger is going to be pulled. And I'm here.
Yes.
So that means that even if Alec Baldwin didn't deliberately pull the trigger at the person that he did, they want to say that's neglectful. He pulled the trigger pointing at somebody as kind of a joke, and it turned out to be a real bullet. But eventually, that gun was going to be pulled and fired in its normal course of shooting. And the reason
somebody was gonna get shot.
The reason why I said is everybody on that set was in danger. That was several hundred cases of
Reckless
endangerment that they could have put onto her.
Reckless endangerment?
Yes.
Could throw a bunch of reckless endangerments at him too, so.
Yes, and the thing is about that is, even if that gun could have been fired on screen, during the filming process, right? Who was it that could? Who was It was Jensen Ackles, right? Jensen Ackles could have fucking died.
No, because
Fired
it
at him.
was because he was going to be off screen for that part of the scene that they were blocking and shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't actually anywhere close to the line of sight. The camera was. The camera was close to the line of fire. Ackles was kind of like off to the side or possibly even behind.
I don't think that matters.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
I'm saying he wasn't likely to be any more likely than anyone else to be shot.
Oh, yeah, not more likely.
He wasn't
going to
be. He wasn't going to be in front of Baldwin for that scene.
Right, but if it comes to how many counts of reckless endangerment, all you got to do is count the people.
Yeah,
agreed.
Oh, I agree completely. And the thing is, I am split on if he deliberately squeezed the trigger or if it was careless. You know, if it was
deliberately.
I am very much split because he had to. Well, the thing is, he had to squeeze the trigger to drop the hammer. He was cocking the gun when it wasn't called for what he was doing, and there's no way to decock that gun without squeezing the trigger, but you're supposed to like have your thumb on the
Actually,
Hold on
depending
really
on the
quick.
gun.
Wait a minute. I want to read Assassins really quick. Dummy rounds are cartridge in a real bullet, but without propellant or primer for the use especially in revolvers, so the camera can see the chambers in the cylinder load. So it was supposed
Okay.
it was supposed to be a dummy round.
It was supposed to be a dummy round, yes. And she checked most of the dummies, but not all of them. And one of the rounds that she loaded turned out to be live, not a dummy. Now the thing is, I was saying you have to it's a single action Colt. Well, it's a replica of a single action Colt, and in proper working order. There is no way to decock that without squeezing the trigger. You're supposed to place your thumb on the hammer, holding it back and lowering it gently after squeezing the trigger to decock it. Now, I think he was just, my personal belief is that he was basically just, hey, they're dummies, so I'm just going to squeeze the trigger and let the hammer fall. That's kind of my personal, because the only other space that I have is either he lost track of the, he lost grip on the hammer, which he never said anything of the sort.
Right.
It would have been something to convince me that he lost control of the hammer while decocking it. Let me finish here. I'm going to lose it. Right. To say that he should have to make the claim that he was decocking it and lost control of the hammer and it went off because there was a live round in there instead of that, to convince me on that claim, he would have had to have been making the claim at the time and close to the time, rather than saying I never squeezed the trigger, I never touched the trigger and everything. No. So what you have, the only other alternative I have on that is that he actually still thought it was dummies and is like, Viva Fry did kind of a mock-up on this. He's like, can you see it now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? And squeezing the trigger deliberately. And if I believed that he had squeezed the trigger deliberately, pointing at her, then I would think it would need to be more than the level of involuntary manslaughter that they were charging if they could prove that. Because then that he deliberately pointed the gun at her and deliberately squeezed the trigger, attempting to scare, intimidate, frighten, etc., which crosses the lines into making it potentially felony murder.
When it actually could be.
All right, hold on.
I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be this, but I'm saying that's basically the only three things, and I'm trying not to just assume the absolute worst from him. So I believe that he just went with I'm sure it's all just dummies, and instead of properly decocking the gun, chose to decock it just by squeezing the trigger each time. And letting the hammer fall.
Wait a minute.
So the thing about Colt 45s.
I want to read this one really quick. Assassin says the issue is live ammunition was brought on set on purpose, and the armor and producer who brought the ammo should be doing 20 years for that.
And they can't, because the maximum sentence under law for the involuntary manslaughter charge was 18 months. That has been modified now. So if it were to happen today, the charges would be more severe. But there was no argument for anyone but Baldwin. There's no argument for higher than the involuntary manslaughter charges that the armorer was charged with, and she got the maximum sentence.
The funny thing is, I'm the one that's arguing that she should have more, but...
Oh, I think they should have looked at more charges to throw at her. But for what she was convicted of, she got the maximum sentence.
Because
based on the law at the time in which the event happened, because we don't retroactively apply updated penalties, just
Yeah.
like we aren't supposed to have ex post facto laws. We don't have ex post facto penalties.
Right.
So she
Right.
got the maximum sentence allowed by law
sorry,
or the crime that was committed in the time it was committed. Has that changed? Oh yeah.
Assassin goes, I worked in the film industry as a firearms armorer when I was still in New York. You can add a slew of charges in addition to manslaughter charges.
And I don't know why they didn't, because I certainly agree
Bribery.
that they should have.
The other
Now,
thing I
there's-
would like to see, and it is directed at Baldwin, even if it was just him goofing around and it still caused damages, I know that's going to cause him damage because you were being a jackass. You wouldn't be allowed to use that equipment again. Ever.
Yeah.
People have gone to jail. People have gone to jail for less.
Shit, in the
Right,
private
right,
sector,
that's-
you'd be
that's
fired. You'd be
firearms.
shit canned.
That's the thing. Had it gone through the rest of the trial and had he been convicted, there would have been a very real chance that he would have been classed as a violent felon, just like the armorer was, which would be, like it or not, based on the laws it's written, prohibited possessor of firearms. And the thing is, the Supreme Court, I can see their point on this. If the person has proven themselves a violent danger with weapons, you can make a case for disarming them as a portion of the penalty itself. That is the denial of a right through due process of law. This person is a violent danger to others.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, he killed a person with a gun.
I mean,
On a movie set, no
Even-
less.
We're all
Yeah.
forgetting something.
What we forgetting?
And it's a very important thing, and this would have been allowed in court, I do believe. But I'm gonna provide you a foundation for what I have to say first, and then I'll tell you what I'm
ahead.
thinking. How many times have you heard a bully say something akin to, "Oh, it's just a joke," or "It's a
lot.
prank"?
Every
Often.
fucking time.
Exactly. Now we all know how unhinged Alec Baldwin is. He has no control of his temper. We've seen him
He
in
has no chill.
restaurants be a complete asshole. We have it on video. We've
Yes.
we've got audio of the time he was screaming his head off at his daughter, calling her a fat little pig and whatnot. The man
Oh, fuck.
is not well balanced.
I
And
think you
that-
mispronounced completely unhinged.
Maybe. The man's a fucking psycho.
Well balanced.
The
Yeah,
man
he's
is not
definitely
well balanced.
psychotic.
And that is character evidence that should have been admissible in court if there ever was a genuine court case against him,
Oh yeah.
which there wasn't.
I mean,
And you would
I'll
think there
still,
would be.
Character evidence is always very,
Wait, hold on.
very tricky.
Right, you about
It
to say
is,
something?
but he's the evidence is that he's constantly unhinged.
Right, you about to say something.
People say, "Hey, Alec Baldwin, I know, motherfucker," blows up in the middle of the street in New York. You know, he's a fucking lunatic.
Rodden was about to say something.
Now put him on the set of this.
Mitch.
Oh, I didn't mean to pull the trigger. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Yeah, it's a joke. It's a prank, bro. Whatever.
It's like
Bullshit.
Jared. It's like Jared
Bitch.
Leto coming out and saying, "Oh, I'm not. I didn't mean to. It was just a prank, bro."
Basically, yes. It's Daddy of Five. And the way they
We all
fucking
know
abuse the
Jared
hell
Leto
out of
is
the
one of
little
those
kid.
douchebag pranksters.
Oh, that
What's
makes
that?
sense. I was
We
about
all
to say,
know that Jared Leto is one of those douchebag pranksters who would probably do something like that.
is it?
Probably,
No,
yeah.
it's not
I mean,
on.
I don't pay enough.
What is no route? Why isn't it connecting? Hold on. No route. We seem to be having technical difficulties, folks. Hold on one second. Discord is being Discord. I'm on. Oh, Hop on again. Connecting. RCT connecting. It's OBS. Let's shut Discord down. And then hop back on Discord. Sorry about this, folks. Anyone still there? Can people hear me? No, I'm speaking. Hello. Okay, that's there. You can hear me? All right, great. I'm just having a little. Discord is being a little dick-ish. Let's see. We reconnect. Ah,
And violating
there we
rights,
are.
Groovy.
Okay.
It's a wild lich.
I'd like to add to that Brady list thing.
Hold on. Sorry about that. I want to make sure that the chat can hear you guys. Assassin,
okay.
can you hear him?
Hear us, Assassin? If you can, I'm sorry.
Hi, Gray. How you doing?
Groovy.
Gravy.
Cookies and cream. Rocky Road.
I was gonna say, like, for the Alec Baldwin thing though as well, if he wasn't going to be immediately doing that scene,
He says audio is
why would
good.
Oh, groovy.
All right.
why would they even have a firearm? Potentially, it's like whether potentially loaded or not, be given
Because
to the
he is-
actor. Well, hold on, until they're going to do the scene.
Well, he was doing the
Unless
scene.
he's-
He was when he
and then
shot
after
her.
the scene is, and then when, well, from what my understanding was, it wasn't during the scene; it was him fucking around between
they
scenes.
were-
No, it was.
They were blocking the scene, preparing to shoot the scene
Preparing to shoot
later.
the scene, yeah.
They were
Yeah.
trying to get the feel for the camera
So they-
angle,
Basically,
Oh, and every-
his
what
action,
you're telling
everything.
me- Well, and everything that you're telling me is that they still weren't shooting the scene; it was still in a setup portion.
right. However,
Oh, it gets
Never
better
should have
than
been in
that.
the can.
It gets
However,
better
I
than
got a
that.
point.
They had
Yeah,
they
in
had
that situation-
Wait,
a
hold on. One at a time. Mitch.
I was gonna say, in that situation, it doesn't matter because if they're still not him ready to be on camera and they're gonna say action, there is no excuse to put that in his hand. Period. The armor should have full control over it until the scene is going to start.
it gets better than that.
Yeah,
Especially if
they
it's-
had-
Assassin said they were rehearsing the scene. So again,
Yeah.
he would need it in his hand anyway because they're rehearsing the
No,
scene.
he wouldn't. Here's where it gets better than that.
Okay.
They had a perfect Denix replica. We're talking about a indistinguishable, without close examination, replica of the gun non-firing, non-functional replica, as far as that goes, you can't put a bullet in it and fire it. And if you don't have to discharge blanks, even a gun person on Rotten's level would not have been able to distinguish the replica on screen from the actual gun.
Okay.
And so even
sorry,
at that point, with the rehearsing and everything, they could have given him the replica gun and done all of that. He insisted on having the real one. And here's the thing, that it would have given him a open and shut perfect alibi against the shooting if the first thing he had said was, I thought they'd given me the replica.
Assassin said, wait a minute, well, Assassin said they were doing the focus testing while going through actions in the script. I mean, I'm more inclined to believe, not saying you're wrong, Will, but like Assassin said, he was an armorer at the time, back in the day. So I'm more inclined to believe what he's saying a little bit more. Just saying.
Assassin, would if you had a non-functioning Denix replica on the scene and you on site and you were doing a blocking shot,
because I got kicked, so I can't do it. I can't do a fucking TFO.
Oh, hang on.
Well, the other thing would also be, even if he wanted the actual gun, because they were doing it, if it was the rehearsal of it, why would the armorer still leave the dummy rounds in it?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
that's the other thing, is there's no reason for it to actually be loaded with anything.
Yeah. Because
I'm
it's
a-
quite literally
here's
a whole thing of you load it right before the scene starts.
How
I'm
long
a load
was
of
that?
patrol because I can't do a.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Did you get kicked like
Oh, here we go. Let me try this.
I got kicked. There, I'm good now. Okay. Nope, it lost me. I lost it.
Yeah, it set me as the leader. I just set him back as the task force leader.
Okay. Now, did you get kicked in the middle of the TFO?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're hit with that lever penalty.
Okay, so
He's a quitter.
there are
But
key
listen,
safety-
this Alec Baldwin thing. Something you got to remember. I'll just ask a question. What is the replica firearm weigh?
I'm gonna hop on a random patrol in the mirror universe.
Right on.
That one I don't know.
Well,
What did the actual firearm weigh?
The
Off
Colt
the top of my
45
head, I don't know.
replica firearm weighs about 2 pounds.
Okay.
Give or take.
Now,
It's a piece. It's the
when
Colt
we're
45
blocking a shot,
maker.
when we're blocking a shot, do we use camera?
That I'm not sure because I've never actually been on a movie set. Believe it or
Well,
not.
if you're blocking the shot, you got to make sure everything is correct.
Assassin said, hold on.
goes to-
Wait a minute. I want to read it. Assassin says Will is correct and not needed a live firearm. Okay?
when you
That's
are
the thing that actually bothers me. Why do you have live firearms? Like, I mean, I get why you have live firearms as like a training thing. Like, okay, this is the real firearm. This is the replica. This is the replica you're supposed to use.
Okay, the Denix replica weighs
Hold on a second. Okay, go ahead with the weight.
basically the same as the real gun. It is.
Yeah.
It's virtually identical in every way, except the barrel diameter is slightly smaller as is the chamber diameter, so it can't feed live ammo or blanks of the 45, and you can't you can't fire a real a bullet through it.
right.
It
Not
is
the actual ammunition that you need.
right. The Denix replicas come with Denix rounds, which are completely inert dummies. They look the same, and without like a micrometer, you're not gonna know the difference.
Pretty much for like wide shots, they can still show us like the ammo in the gun with a forward-facing thing of it.
Yeah,
That's one of the
it's-
reasons why I didn't like 45s. Those are not my favorite guns of all, because they only have one safety feature, and that's half cock.
Well,
Safety
there's
feature
No,
the
they're
half
safe.
cock and the cowboy load.
Yeah, so there's that, and there's also you leave the hammer down in an empty chamber for a single action, because if you just say Colt 45, there's going to people think of a 1911s with my man.
No.
Okay.
Colt 45 Peacemaker revolver. That's what he was using.
Yeah, the single action. And the thing is, I mean, there is one other safety feature, and that's even at full cock, unless you actually break the sear on the trigger or the hammer, at full cock it still will not go off unless you squeeze the trigger.
Which the FBI broke the gun.
Which the FBI broke during testing, which also confirmed
Quote, during
that
testing. Why did the FBI have jurisdiction?
the local police sent, because part of the claim was that there was a malfunction in the gun, which also actually would not have mattered to a case of involuntary manslaughter. Just like the source of the bullet doesn't matter to his guilt, the gun malfunctioning does not matter very much to determination of his guilt. But the claim was that the gun malfunctioned, so they sent it to the FBI firearms lab for testing.
So the gun malfunctioning suddenly makes it an interstate crime?
Pretty much, yeah.
It elevates the whole thing to a federal level? I don't think so.
The FBI does not have jurisdiction. They sent it to the FBI for testing
FBI
because
should have said no.
police did not have the testing facility.
FBI saying no to doing
That's
something.
specialist
for
to
one.
determine it.
That is absolute bullshit. I will guarantee you that there are gun store owners and fucking gunsmiths that local police can contact and deal with it.
Oh yeah,
locally.
there are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
if it's not
bullshit.
an
It was
actual
sent off.
member of the law enforcement community at
Who
some
gives
level,
a
they're not
fuck?
going to
It's still
accept it.
professionals.
Well, no, you
It's
expert
professionals, but the
shut up.
prosecution cares.
Not every expert witness has to be a goddamn law enforcement official.
yeah.
It's
It
not
is
the
subject
expert
matter
witness
expert.
thing, it's the chain of custody for the prosecution and things like that. If it's not from the actual law enforcement community for the testing, the prosecution isn't going to use it. They're not going to accept it.
Yeah,
There
if,
is
if,
a-
only,
That's
if only we
incorrect.
could, if only we could put a cop in the room when the firearm's being tested.
Well,
We
you also-
could, but you're thinking too practically. You're thinking too reasonable.
Well,
Right, I'm thinking
well-
like a goddamn American. This stuff pisses me off.
Also,
Sorry, I'm getting angry now.
to go with Mitch on that whole thing, you're forgetting for like DNA testing and stuff like that. They do send that out to outside agencies that are not law enforcement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
There's no
California law
reason you
and
couldn't
New York law are two
unless
different things.
there was an
There-
FBI testing facility that was closer.
And
That
there
would be the
is.
only.
Sorry.
I would have been happy with them doing all the testing with the defense's expert witnesses who knew the gun better than the FBI people did.
And
Yeah.
there
It's
is
like, yeah, we've between the father and son of defense expert witnesses, they had like 4 of them. That
There-
exact gun.
there is a lot of times that in local cases or state cases that evidence is sent to the FBI. And
That doesn't make it right.
Well, I mean, it's just how mainly.
Some things are adjudicated, yes.
Well, the thing is up until recently, there's a lot of places that did not have. Now, this is going beyond firearm evidence. I do not know why Arizona. This is Arizona or New Mexico. Well, either one
New
of
Mexico.
them could not have a. I don't understand why they would not have their own firearms lab at their own state police agencies. I don't know that, but
California, what do you expect?
there are times that they send things to like the FBI or
Yeah, when they want the evidence correct.
well, because
Well, the
local jurisdictions do not have the technology to do it, and it's a very rare type of evidence, like pain analysis or things like that.
Well, look, with a Colt 45 Peacemaker, it's not like you need a fucking deflector dish and a tricorder to figure out if something's gone wrong. All you need is a gunsmith.
Mitch are right. I mean, you are right in this case. I do not know why they would send it off. My point is, it's just not. It's not uncommon for things to be sent from state to the FBI for their analysis.
That might
And the-
that might carry weight with me if the name FBI had any integrity in it. It doesn't anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
When this Alec Baldwin thing occurred, it didn't then. The FBI
Well-
has long been a
The only
FBI
reason-
bad
a
intelligence.
Gestapo.
well, no,
Well,
look,
hold on.
they
The only
admitted to falsifying evidence in the case against Keith Raniere and planting child porn on his computer, and they secured a conviction on it, and they admitted it. They grabbed child porn and fucked with the metadata to make it look like it was something that he had something to do with. And they admitted that, and we're going to trust them suddenly to look at Alec Baldwin's murder tool? I don't think so.
No, I don't trust
The
the FBI.
FBI is not a trustworthy organization. They have lost all the cachet that the name FBI used to have because they are now a criminal organization.
Again,
Oh yeah, they are.
here's
Like all,
here's
like
one
all
thing.
The, three-letter organizations.
One thing to temper that just a little bit. At the point where they did the testing that actually broke the revolver, they had already conclusively demonstrated that there was otherwise really nothing wrong with the gun. It functioned perfectly and could not fire without the trigger being squeezed, and it
No, you
required.
can't prove it in court.
They actually did
They
have a
can't
good.
demonstrate it.
They had a very compelling, and the defense's firearms or the prosecution, it was actually the prosecution, the firearms expert that they had demonstrated too, because they confirmed that the thing that broke was as a result of the hammer being struck directly with the hammer, or the hammer of the gun, with the hammer the FBI person was using, and that it could not, they'd already conclusively proved prior to that the gun could not fire without the trigger being squeezed, and when they replaced the parts that broke, it once again could not fire without the trigger being squeezed. They didn't even replace both pieces that broke, they replaced one of them. And
That's even more suspicious.
well, no, because what broke was the sear on the hammer and the sear on the notch on the trigger, or the sear on the trigger, notch on the hammer, whichever is the right way on that. But when they replaced the hammer with a identical piece without the notch broken, it caught it still caught that and kept it from firing. From full cock, it did the.
You
They
said
might
full
have
cock.
replaced both pieces. Now I'm thinking, I have a hard time keeping it straight at this.
Oh, I know it didn't.
But it was basically no. They replaced the trigger with the sear, leaving the hammer as it was with the hammer notch broken, so that when they pulled it back to full cock and released, it did fall forward because the notch on the hammer was broken by the attempt to get it to fire by any means other than squeezing the trigger. And with that trigger replaced with one that was in every way identical to the one that was in there when the gun was fired, demonstrably so. When they pulled the hammer all the way back and released it, the half-cock notch caught on the trigger sear and still would not let the gun go off. And to go further from there, you still had to depress the trigger.
You want me to ruin this for you?
You're not going to.
Yes, I am. I am absolutely going to ruin this for you. The FBI destroying the evidence and then repairing the evidence gives us what in a criminal court?
The FBI actually did not repair it.
It doesn't matter who repaired it. The fact that it was destroyed before it could be examined and demonstrated at trial, what does that give us for a defense?
The weapon doesn't exist anymore, so we can't test the weapon.
No, what it gives us here is reasonable doubt. Because now we're unsure of the condition of the firearm when it went into the FBI. And the FBI has
Except
has
that the
a
condition.
hold on. It has a history. We might have testimony that it worked, but now our jury can't see it work.
They had records of the condition of the gun when it went in. It was
And the jury still can't see it work.
confirmed
Except
by
unless there's footage of Alec Baldwin shooting everyone.
confirmed by independent testimony,
And by the time it gets to court, it's wrecked and we can't see it. We can't demonstrate it in court, and that is a foundation for reasonable doubt.
that gives us
no longer, once you repair it, it's no longer the same firearm. There's no way to get around that.
That gives the potential for reasonable doubt.
Yes, that's my point.
It does not create reasonable doubt completely on its own, though. It gives you the potential for it.
Right.
There's a lot of testing that, by the nature of the testing,
go on,
destroys what has been tested.
In many cases, yes. I mean, you're not going to get the ballistic gel to look pretty again, for example.
True.
But when you look at all the facts, the FBI, doctor's evidence, that's established.
Mitch, I think you're the leader.
Look at what they did in Michigan.
Who's the team leader? Yeah.
Alec Baldwin is a psychotic hothead. He's also the producer on the film and was looking for any way to shortcut spending so that he could. Here, I'll just let you reteam assault here.
Yeah.
So, okay,
when you look at all of those facts around this case, and then you examine what happened on set, it's not illogical to conclude that the prosecution of this case was fucked up. In fact, prosecutors in the United States have a well-known reputation for hiding exculpatory evidence.
The prosecution definitely was, but they had a career defense attorney serving as special prosecutor.
Hold on, Mitch. I want to interject really quick. I want to read some of these chats.
Right on.
Assassin of Grey goes, California is different from New York, where they do not require revolver barrels and chambers to be plugged, while New York does. Critical says, read your own damn chat.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm right here. It's just you guys were talking, so I was responding to him.
Oh, all right. Yeah. California law and New York law are completely different. Assassin goes, any non-law enforcement subject matter experts would be torn apart by the defense as illegitimate. Then he goes, it is time to move on because all I'm hearing is nah, I'm not listening to Will, nah. I hate fate. I got my fingers in my yes, resentment is legit. All right, you know what?
Well, I'm not listening to that. In fact, right when I said that, the game timed me out. What an asshole.
Goddamn game's an asshole. Go ahead.
I thought it was going to time me out, but it didn't. So, let's don't dive into the web. Don't dive into the web.
Dive into the web. What? What are we diving into? I don't know because.
Go ahead, try. You wanted to say something?
Well, I have a it's kind of hard to present a news story on here. If everybody's tired of this, I have something else to talk about.
Oh, bring it up.
Bring it up.
What it is.
Go ahead.
Okay. This actually, I have two things. So we want to talk about something fun or something that's going to
pick one.
Okay.
Surprise us.
We're going to talk about something that happened in my hometown that I know the people involved.
Your ex-wife did something again? Did she run over the cat?
Does it involve prostitutes?
And like that, you've lost me.
She was one of the people involved was the town bicycle in high school. But anyways,
this is odd. It's not doing anything.
a teacher in my hometown was fired for picking up a student.
Oh God, Jesus fucking Christ!
It was a
Picking up a
kindergarten
student can mean
student.
several things.
Well, let's clarify this. I just realized what I said there.
Assume the worst and you'll be correct.
Pick
Well,
up the student at the local lemonade stand, or
It was the kid was in kindergarten. She's
the
autistic.
student.
Yes,
Okay.
but she sat down inside of the hallway in between classes. The teacher walked by, seen her. And the teacher said she made a motion with both hands indicating that she wanted up, wanted
Okay.
somebody to pick her up. So he reached down, picked her up, and took her to class. They have most of this on video. The only part they didn't have on video is when the student made the motion indicating she wanted to be picked up. A paraprofessional seen this and then
Hold on.
alerted.
One second. Sorry. Mitch and Will, are you in the TFO? Because it's frozen on my end.
Yeah.
God damn it. Hopping out, hopping back in, I guess. God damn the planet.
Damn that planet killer.
The
If you hop out, you'll get a lever penalty.
I have no other choice. It's frozen. It's not moving. My screen
Might
is
want to wait
different.
till the TFO resolves,
All right.
because if you hop out after it's resolved, you may not get a lever penalty.
Oh, well, now I'm in now.
Oh, there you go. See, there you go.
Oh, shit. I'm in. All right.
What am I doing? What's our next phase? Okay.
Anti-missile orientation missile. What's
But
Okay, but go on. The only part not on video was the kid
the
reaching
kid
out to be
making the
picked up.
motion indicating that she wasn't picked up. Paraprofessional sees him carrying the student in there, goes to the
Principal,
assistant principal,
Okay.
said that she's seen something very troubling and described that he picked her up by her hands and took her into the classroom without without her consent.
How? Again, the kid is autistic, right? So why isn't her professional with her, right? You know, where the fuck was she at doing all this?
That's a good question because I could not find anything on this.
But
the paraprofessional is only recently became a paraprofessional. She was a cafeteria worker up until the beginning of this year.
Sounds like a lady with a grudge to me.
it sounds like a lady with a grudge, and it also sounds like someone was fucking up on their job and wasn't at their job when they should have been at their fucking job.
Well, the teacher that carried the student into the classroom was fired today.
That's serious.
Even though the student wasn't harmed, and the only complaint against him was the said paraprofessional.
I would sue, and I would say, so if I'd have left her there, what would have been the outcome if I just walked by and say there was a fire drill or something?
I'm gonna, hold on a sec. I'm gonna put this into Discord so everybody else can see and check me.
Hold on, I will, if you give me a second. Guys, I'm gonna pause here and hopefully I don't get destroyed so I can break Discord.
I'm just
Everybody,
putting it
shoot here.
Huh?
Just finish the mission first, dude.
It's one of those long, boring ones.
And
Oh, like that narrows it down.
Where
Alright,
is
so
he? I
it
want to
doesn't
shoot him.
Well, while they're looking at that one, hey, Tyr, remember that video I showed you yesterday where in Europe where one guy accidentally shot the other guy with a shotgun?
Yes.
Yeah, I found out that apparently the guy that was in the orange vest that shot that, he shot a contestant, and he was one of the guy in the orange vest was one of the judges.
Oh, even fucking worse. That's how you know you're eliminated. One of the judges comes around and shoots you in the ass.
Third missile is just launched.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Can we talk about the Tyson versus Paul fight real quick?
No.
I don't think anyone really cares.
Okay, 1 second. It was done because of it was won by Paul because of a unanimous fucking decision. What the fuck does that mean?
All right, so in boxing,
Judges all agreed on it.
So in boxing, you can win by 3 ways. There are 3 ways to win. Technical knockout. I believe if you get knocked down like 3 times, it's considered a technical knockout. You know you weren't knocked out. Actual knockout when you fucking get knocked out and judge decision. So there are actually a point score. Yeah, it is literally a point scoring system. You can gain points by hitting and whatnot, and like blocking or dodging. You gain and lose points that way. You don't quote me on the actual number because that's about as much as I know.
Since when has boxing been a point system sport?
It's always
a long time.
It's always been that way. It's just that most bouts usually end in either a technical knockout, you got knocked down 3 times, there is another way to end the fight. Like your corner throws in a towel, and knockout. Most modern boxing matches usually end in knockout fights. Win by technical knockout, win by knockout. Yeah. But you can
also isn't it illegal? It's also illegal in boxing to take dives, and there was something about Tyson taking a dive.
I mean, the point, the require for that is prove it. You got to prove it, and taking dives usually involve knockouts and technical knockouts, not judge decisions.
Right.
Or
right.
The towel being thrown in. Like your trainer, your guy in your corner can throw in a towel for you, and it wouldn't be on you that you took a dive. I didn't. I won the fucking fight. My corner threw in the towel.
And I've never heard of that. I've never heard of boxing being a point system.
It's always been that way.
I've heard of martial arts tournaments being a point system sport.
Everything is a point system sport because
well, hold on, Tyr, just hold on a second. So basically what you're saying is you heard something and instead of looking it up, you just asked someone else.
So I have looked
on that one.
I just had to actually make sure. I was confirming sources.
I just want to make sure you're crazy.
Yeah.
Entirely in this.
Fights have been won and lost by points. The previous fight of that match between the Mick and the Spaniard was lost by like 3 points. The Mick won.
How does?
Huh?
I gave the prime example for that, and that's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather wins a lot of his fights by point scoring.
Like, I don't know why that always feels so weird to me.
I don't think Floyd may get a knockout every so often, but he isn't the king of knockouts.
Technical. That's about it.
Yeah, he gets technicals a lot. Ali gets most of his battles are knockouts.
Like you definitely see more of the judging or the point done by points and everything in the lighter weight classes. It's rare to see it in the heavyweights because they have the muscle, the strength, and just the raw fucking power behind them.
Yeah, the brutality to do it.
So it's not about how strong you are anymore.
The fight was rigged.
Logan won.
Well, there's that, but no, there's another bit of evidence that I haven't really heard anyone talk about yet.
I can I want to say it. If I say it, you gotta say I'm correct, right? When that last second when he looked down and Tyson didn't ring his fucking bell.
No.
Oh,
this is way before that. I think this was the
I didn't watch the fight. I don't have any stake in any really sport anyway. I
Understandable.
I know about it because everybody talks about it, so I just had to actually
Confirm
I
shit.
didn't
I
get my
get it.
sources correct. Yeah.
Understandable.
And it's interesting to me. I've heard about martial arts sports like karate tournaments and stuff like that. That I know that has a point system sport. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that about boxing. I
Yes.
actually was 100% not aware of that. Nobody told me in my 34 years on this fucking planet that boxing was a point system sport.
that's why,
No,
like,
for the evidence,
that's why,
I'm
like
going
I
to
said.
present.
Go ahead, Mitch.
If you look, I think it was the weigh-in. I'm not sure, but it was some sort of a presser. You know, and they usually do the weigh-in with a press present.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it was the weigh-in though. But what we've witnessed was Mike Tyson's on stage. And then Jake Paul like jumps up on stage and gets like kind of close into his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Logan Paul? Whatever Paul.
It's one of the polls.
It's Paul.
Jake
Gets
Paul.
right up in his face.
Paul.
And Tyson slaps him. But if you pay attention, watch how long it takes Tyson to react to that, and I don't believe that for 1 second. And Tyson slapped him not with the palm of his hand, but with his fingers. Like kind of like how you do it when you want to make it look like you hit somebody.
Yeah.
Without actually causing them any harm or pain. And once I saw that, I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. This is
I mean, Tyson doesn't have anything to
WWE
prove.
shit now.
Shit, look at the
Tyson's
last.
already a champion.
Look at the Floyd Mayweather fight. Floyd should have rung his fucking bell, but he didn't. It was the most money Floyd made legally, cause he didn't ring his fucking bell, and then he just walked off. Like, okay, well, shit, I got my money.
But yeah, that's my evidence that this whole thing was a sham. Is that Tyson's reaction time and the kind of hit he gave Paul?
Mhm.
Bullshit. Go back and watch it.
Yeah, I thought it was all bullshit too.
Yeah, Formula One racing is a point system. Yes, there are a lot of sports that you don't think are points that are points. Now the
First
accounting
place
for
is 25 points. Second place is 18. Third is 15, and fourth is 12.
yeah, like, but the accounting for points and like for other like passing somebody in the lead and like shit like that, you know, I don't know offhand.
My whole world has been flipped upside down with this shit.
Why do you think that why do you think in boxing there are literally 3 judges?
I didn't know there were any judges in boxing.
Yeah.
That makes me kind of like, wow.
Yeah. There are judges in damn near everything. Yeah, you do on the
Like,
side
is this
line.
American Idol?
The only time I've been interested in boxing is when Rocky Balboa is involved.
Yeah. That's who Logan Paul gonna fight next. He's gonna like make Stallone be Rocky, so you can say he fought Rocky.
You know, Stallone knows what
Jake
he's
Paul's
doing in
a
the ring.
fucking.
Yeah, he's a
Stallone
professional.
So
knows,
this
man.
wow, this is just blowing my mind, honestly.
He's not getting paid to take a dive. Stallone might beat him.
He doesn't
That
need
would
the
be
money.
hilarious.
I mean, again, he doesn't need the fucking money.
Everyone needs the fucking money.
I doubt Stallone needs it.
Look at the price of beef.
Oh,
meat,
he
for
don't
fuck's
need it.
sake.
He's got Marvel money now.
Oh yeah, he does have Marvel money.
Beef meat. God damn it. Beef meat.
Beef meat.
Look at
Yeah,
the price of
Dude,
beef
he was in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember?
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah,
leader
the
of the
price of
Ravagers.
beef meat. I need the money.
You guys watch Tulsa King?
Yes.
No.
That's a
Fucking
good.
awesome. I've watched season 2. Damn it.
I know. I'm almost through season 2. I fucking love Stallone in that show.
I've never seen that
He's
movie.
actually.
That series.
It's a really good series. There's only like what 6 episodes, 8 episodes.
Eight to 10 per season, I believe.
Tulsa
Lord
King.
is in his top notch. He is in top notch acting form in this show.
He in
Yes.
rare form.
Guarantee I've not seen that one.
Weirdly enough, it's actually part of it's shot here.
In Oklahoma, yeah, it's in.
Well, no, they actually shot
it-
part of it in downtown Oklahoma City for some reason.
yeah, it's based in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
So
I
that-
just thought it was weird they
based in-
didn't shoot it in Tulsa.
It's
Right.
based in Tulsa, so let's shoot it in Oklahoma City.
I mean, it's based
depends on the
in
need.
England. Let's shoot it in Switzerland.
Our
Yeah.
intelligence
Let's
services
instead of
have
Mexico, let's go to
discovered
Arizona.
a
It's close
fraudulent
enough.
operation.
Have
I
you
mean,
ever
yeah.
seen
These
Part
days.
Part 8? Jason Takes
You guys are
Manhattan.
missing the
Yes, Toronto.
Vancouver.
RoboCop. It's based
Oh,
in
Vancouver.
Texas. It's based in Detroit. We're going to shoot in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, nobody wants to say, you don't want to shoot in Detroit. People from Detroit don't want to be in Detroit. So
I mean, I also meant the original book.
I mean, Will, didn't we
Based
watch
in
a movie?
Seattle, but shot in Vancouver.
Our
Will, didn't we watch a
intelligence
movie last night about Detroit?
You know,
no, it
Aftermath?
was just indistinguishable from Detroit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
8 Mile.
the best thing is that when you need something set in Mexico, all you have to do is use the yellow filter on your camera.
Ah!
Yeah, that's true. That's very fucking true.
Just like if it's supposed to be at night, you put the blue filter in.
Oh
yeah.
god.
God.
You can
Yeah.
use the blue filter at night, or you can also use the blue filter for Eastern Europe and Russia.
Yeah.
Or you can just not use a filter and have it dark as shit.
Or you can
Again.
actually light the fucking scene like a proper goddamn movie. Just saying.
You know,
Oh, now you're getting picky.
Now, the thing is, like, I don't know about. I'm not a cinematographer, but there are times that we will light in regular photography. You will light a scene properly, but you'll still use filters because you need to achieve. You can't get your light tuned in exactly the way you want it.
Makes sense.
You need a certain lighting, yeah.
Like, you light it very brightly, but you use a neutral density filter to drop that light into the camera because you want to use a wider aperture. I mean, it sounds a little bit weird, but sometimes you want to use a wider aperture, but you want to use a slower shutter speed. So you'll keep your scene lit for some of your pictures, but then you want to change it a little bit, then you just drop that filter in instead of having to change your lighting setup.
Right?
Okay.
Or in black and white photos. Oh, I'm about to go autistic on photography. In black and white,
before you go in-
I've shot black and white.
Before you go into that, Travis, I would say, or you can do the, Giga Chad gun picture thing to where you like throw it on your bed and then take a shitty picture with yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, the Amber Heard method. Got it.
No. I said take a shitty photo, not take a shit.
Oh, you said throw it on the bed, take a shitty, and I Amber Heard method. Sorry, my bad.
But you know,
Right, you know what's on Tyr's mind.
you know,
Guy's showing Tyr.
My what?
When you see a black and white photo, like a black and white landscape, and you look at the sky, and the sky is very, very dark, even though what we'll do, and I've done this, they're probably somewhere in Discord you can actually look for it. What I do when you do that, how you get that is, the sky is blue, so what you do is you put a red filter on it, on your camera. No, the blue light's eliminated, so the sky doesn't get exposed, so when you develop it, you got a dark sky. But if you have clouds, the clouds are reflecting all the wavelengths of light, including red. That means you get that bright, white, puffy, beautiful cloud in this dark sky, and it gives it just a very. It
looks good.
It looks good. I'm gonna throw. I'll throw
Hey, I
something in.
love how this chat has ADHD level topics where we switch between one to the other.
Because we're
Bro,
insane.
you should see us on talking to the boy.
Or see us on Midnight Show. Like, man, we're idiots.
Oh,
Or
I've
watch
seen
us
them.
during
I've
one of
been
my
on.
movie
I think
reviews.
Hey,
Yeah.
I take umbrage to that. I am a senior idiot. Thank you very much.
My bad.
Whoa, watch
already
out!
s-
We got a map over here.
Look, between us,
I've
we
already
have a
said
wide
I'm a
field of
mostly
expertise.
functioning idiot.
What
And
would
I
you say,
could
You're a
go-
Mitch?
high-functioning idiot.
Facilities like you got
Hold on, Mitch, you say something?
Yeah, I said between us, we have a wide field of expertise.
That's
Yes.
true.
That's true.
That's all it is.
I mean, we all
No,
do
what I
have
said is
varied
I'm a
interests.
mostly functioning idiot. Not a functioning idiot, a mostly functioning idiot.
I mean, I think that's what makes our group unique. You know, where we all have our field where we're gun ho and idiotic about, you know, and then we can all learn something from each other. Because honestly, Travis, when he first started speaking, it was Greek, but when he explained it that way, I'm like, okay, I can understand that now.
Okay, I just
Like
dropped it.
Tyr has more of his sports knowledge and gaming. I've got my questions and movie knowledge and stuff like that.
You dropped it in pictures.
Discord.
I
Yeah,
will.
and photography. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I'm about to put it on screen. Oh, crap.
Speaking for myself, I just want the beef meat.
Beef meat.
See,
I'm
now you're gonna
confused.
make
And
me
then,
pull the beef cheek out of the freezer and throw it in the slow cooker.
And then Willet just has a bunch of random ass knowledge.
Oh, I am a jack of all trades and master of several.
I've always said I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
I could go optimistic on like 3 things: photography, tornadoes, appliances.
I just like to interrogate the facts.
I like
I
tornadoes
know how
too.
to. I know how to
I'm
get
an
it.
Oklahoma guy.
I
Yeah,
know
I
how to do
start-
this. I'm going to as an
I'm a
image.
jack of all trades, but a master of the off.
Too much time watching
And
Sherlock Holmes.
I
save
will,
image.
I will say I am a badass appliance repairman.
You are, you are our resident appliance man.
There we go.
Upload in this one. This is what I want. And oh god, that was huge. Sorry about that. Let me
That's what she said.
let me fix this.
Radiation. Cookies and cream. Beef meat.
Oh, that is a beautiful photo.
Yes.
Aside from that
In a
window.
world,
Go down.
the one no one ever picked. Bloomin'
Rick.
onion.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, that composition's nice.
Ah, there we go.
Have you seen the?
start.
Have you
Yeah.
seen
Beef meat.
the 100 the
Looking
honest
for
Pokemon names?
well, thank you for
Oh, I'm looking at that photo and I'm thinking about the carbon footprint of that supposedly renewable energy field.
Good.
Is absolutely astronomical.
Yeah.
But
you-
making that put more carbon into the atmosphere than will ever be saved by that field in operation.
Shit, that is far more dangerous too because there's a famous photo of two guys. One of the turbines caught fire on that thing. Well, not on this in particular,
Oh,
but
and the two people
yup,
stand there where one burned to death and one jumped to their doom.
yup. They hugged and one jumped and the other stand there. So it's far more dangerous than anything else because there's no way for them to get down.
You would think for doing that job they would be required to wear a parachute.
You would think they would
Have
get
you seen the
hazard pay
trucks?
too.
Have you seen the trucks those things are carried on?
No.
Yes,
What?
because those
Parachute?
blades are fucking massive.
No,
Oh, the part
trucks
that
the
bothers
windmills
me
are
is they
carried on.
say that there are people out there. Well, the windmill blades are not recyclable. Bullshit, they're not.
They're metal. Well,
They absolutely are.
they're more than metal.
fiberglass.
It
Or
may not be
composite.
cost effective, but they are.
Let me
But
download.
Are wind.
Well, in one respect or another, most things are recyclable this day. It's just sometimes the recycle cost is astronomically cost prohibitive.
Right.
oh, hey, that is so much cheaper to to produce new than it is to remanufacture.
This is another one of Tragic's photos, guys.
Yeah,
I was
so
just
I'll call on
thinking
my
about, when those things, imbalance and,
Oh,
go
God.
nuts, or the thing catches fire, or it freezes up and they have to de-ice it with with a oil petroleum based de-icer.
Yeah.
Like,
Irony.
Don't forget, it also still needs oil for the turning of it.
Yep. For the
oil
Yeah.
for lubrication, which they have to be maintained, and that oil would have to be changed. It can't possibly be a sealed system.
Well, maybe they should just hit up Diddy's house.
All that baby oil.
All that oil.
I mean, it's in Hollywood, so it's right there, right? So,
Yeah,
Baby
he
oil
put the
is
oil
say-
over it.
See, that's what Diddy was stocking up for. He was going to be lubricating a wind farm for the next decade. That's it.
Makes sense now.
Probably have oil left over for that one.
This is another one of Tragic's pictures. I don't. Go ahead. I was about to say I don't think I showed this one on the stream, and there's still more Tragic stuff, and I'll download some of Mitch's things and put them up there too.
What Mitch's things?
The painting of the lighthouse.
Oh yeah, that's a shitty photograph.
The one thing that you posted in here earlier, Tragic, was that the one thing I hated the most is that fucking scissor tail bridge thing in Oklahoma. I fucking hate it.
The Skydancer Bridge? You hate the Skydancer Bridge that cost us millions of dollars?
Why?
Yes,
That sounds like another reason to hate it.
This picture that's on here, I turned around. I didn't even think about taking the picture until I seen the homeless man laying at the feet of Jesus.
That's
Really?
even funnier.
I didn't know there was a
It's
homeless.
right there at the bottom.
Yeah, it is.
This is feet away from the bombing memorial. This is actually part of the bombing memorial.
All right, and this is the Skydancer Bridge
Actually,
you
I
guys are
actually
talking
had
about.
I have a one of my family members who actually died in that bombing.
Oh, I remember it.
This is the that bridge that cost them millions.
Okay,
Yeah,
burn it.
that is the scissor tail flycatcher, whatever it's supposed to be.
It is rather
Oh, it's a chicken foot.
it is rather hideous.
It is
I
ugly.
want to know is how much of that was engineering necessary to keep the bridge up, and how much of it was architectural waste.
Yes.
All of it.
And I'm guessing it was like a 20-80 split.
The bridge was there
20% engineering
before.
necessity and so the bridge was there before they put that thing up.
Oh, green. You will see. We're going over some of Tragic's pictures.
This structure is one of the worst things that Mary Fallon, I call her Mary Felon, one of the worst things that she ever did as governor, and nobody wanted this. This and the fact that she spent millions of dollars on a fucking pool for her house on taxpayer money.
The fuck?
Hey,
Oh yeah, Mary Fallon is a fucking cunt with his capital C. I'm glad that she's no longer the governor.
And the fact that her daughter lived on the governor mansion ground in an RV parked at the driveway.
Really?
That's sad.
Wow.
She's like, I'm just so glad Governor Stitt is our governor right now.
You probably don't remember her from when she was lieutenant governor for
the governor of Oklahoma. They're talking about the governor of Oklahoma, and this is one of Mitch's photos.
Oh God.
When she was lieutenant governor for Brad Henry.
Yeah, I remember.
Her original divorce was because she banged one of her highway patrol security detail in the back seat of his patrol car.
Mm.
Yes,
I
it's one of my
heard about that.
paintings, and I hate looking at this painting because the photography sucks. That's on me because I'm not a photographer. The camera sucks. That's on me because I'm a cheapskate. So it doesn't do the painting justice, but at the same time, all I see in the painting are the flaws
Well,
because I
Mitch,
painted it.
Yeah,
Nemo.
Mitch, I totally get
Basically, yeah.
that.
Yeah, every art person does that. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I
Yeah.
totally get that, and I still stream painting stuff, and I try not to call out in the
You are your
and I
own worst critic.
Right, but I got to tell you, the sky in that painting, when you're looking at it in real life, it is fucking gorgeous.
And this is another one of Mitch Nemo's paintings.
Yes, I got into a monochrome thing.
I'm already convinced that
That's
Mitch
all
is a
done
far
with one
better.
color.
I'm already convinced that Mitch is a far better artist than I will ever be.
Don't assume. I haven't
Honestly,
picked up a brush in years. But
yeah.
It kind of looks
Is,
very
is
Eldritch.
this a paint
I
by
like that.
number? Then maybe I'm convinced otherwise. But
no, this is a paint by Bob Ross. I took some of his
It kind of
techniques
looks like
and
a little bit
made it.
Eldritch.
A happy little
I
bush
took
there.
Bob Ross techniques and added my own flavor to it.
He added a happy little cloud there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
No,
one of these,
I added psychotic little clouds. What are you talking about?
one of these
that's not a happy.
decades, I'm going to say one of these decades, I'm going to take and do like a watching paint dry stream where I'm painting one of his pictures with him doing the like do a picture in picture of
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah.
him in like the corner kind of talking through it and try to come up with something that is almost respectable.
Almost respectable.
Almost. Yeah.
Happy little bush there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my stuff tends to be far more well, as I call it, it is almost all glorified coloring.
All what?
So it's almost all glorified coloring.
Ah.
I
This is.
do
But
almost no freehand. I have some kind of pattern that I'm going with. I do tend to be a lot more garish and less subtle with the colors.
mhm.
Clearly, I have a thing with silhouettes.
Yes, and shadows.
My name is Pablo Piero. God damn it.
Although
Pablo Picasso.
conceptually, I do love that rose.
I like the eyes.
I can't do them.
Tragic. Did you put any more pictures into? Nope.
I mean, I get it.
No, but I can.
Oh, this one. This one here. Go ahead. While I'm uploading the next set or the next one for Mitch.
What do you mean? What? I don't think I have any more.
You did. You have one more.
Unless it's one of my pizzas.
This one here, the Raven.
Oh, that's right.
Nevermore.
No, that one's called Nevermind.
Oh, there's my projects folder.
If you upload it, if you put it on there, I will download it. And this is another tragic gardener. Hold on, this is his lighthouse. Got to get that there.
Anybody
Put
say
this
Pablo
there.
Picasso's full name?
Pablo Picasso's.
Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paulo Fontesimano Maria de Renidioso Capriano de la Santissima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso.
Most people call
I
him
know I
Bill.
fucked that up a little bit.
God damn, I don't know, cause I get why it's doing the entire thing, and this is another one. You did anything?
Is that a crow or
Well,
a raven?
I'm just
It's a bird.
The
plane.
first
It's a plane.
one. The first one was
drone.
mostly freehand. So the panda was mostly freehand.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You gotta give me time to download it and to upload, cause I'm old and lazy, and did I mention I'm lazy?
Good time.
That is a nice reference.
Assassin says, "What the hell does that mean? I don't speak Taco Bell."
Oh, Taco Bell and their fucking beef meat burritos? Yeah.
Beef meat.
Beef meat.
Beef meat.
Beef meat.
Beef meat.
That's gonna become a new thing in our group, isn't it?
Beef meat.
Probably it's gonna be a meme.
What the hell did this? Open there here. Oh,
That's not a lighthouse.
fucking.
That's a light outhouse. Look how small it is, man. Jeez. Sorry.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, that is the Lake Hefner lighthouse, and I'm not really pleased with the contrast on it.
I like it. I like the
And
apparent
he,
contrast, the Paris
It's a light
filter.
room.
you gotta give me time, Will. You got to give me a few seconds when you upload. I'm going to. He just said this one, and this is one of Will's. It's a panda. God damn the planet with the and the things.
And the
Breathe,
thing
Tyr. Breathe.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Tyr,
a
freaking
panda and
breathe.
a planet? What happened?
No, it's so
And the planet.
it's because it's a large picture and it
Ah,
instantly
gotcha.
yeah.
Is
I
it a
had to
2-gallon
resize
pitcher?
it. It's a 3 gallon. There it is.
Nice.
And I had to resize it.
So it's like when you're looking at porn and you click on the picture, and the only thing that shows up because the picture's so huge is the jungle that is her bush.
Yes,
Oh boy.
which is the best part.
So
Push-
that
push
was essentially freehand. It was a combination of sketching it a little bit for the design and then actually painting it acrylics on canvas, following kind of the
That's kind of
pattern
terrifying.
of a from a streamer, and it's obviously not exceptional work, but it was good enough for a gift for my nephew who likes pandas.
Works for me.
Not gonna lie, that looks kind of fucking terrifying.
If that was
That-
terrifying, I think we found Will's true form.
Nah, that's not my true form.
Just pure furry form.
No. I'll show you in a second. I just gotta download it. There we are.
Yeah, pandas are actually really terrifying if you look at them from this kind of perspective.
You ever watch them stand on their hands and pee on a tree? That freaks me out, man.
Why would you do that?
This is Will's true form. This is a self portrait from Will.
it's the persona.
You have the cat goyle, or
Nope, you'll see it in a second.
At Doyle.
Oh.
I sent the cat goyle to Tyr. He can put it up.
This is Will's true form.
Huh.
It's a nice bit. It's a dragon.
Oh, okay. So scaly.
Yes.
Yeah, mostly metallics on that one. But that is the pattern itself is a coloring page. I used the
Right.
laser to burn it into the board and then painted it.
I didn't know.
Prove it.
Ooh.
That's not bad looking.
Laser.
Laser.
I got a laser not 3 feet from me.
Activating lasers with my dick.
Laser.
The
Steve.
laser
Sorry.
beam.
And
Magma.
Prepare
For one-
beam.
and this is another
$1
one.
billion.
$1 million.
Say,
$1 million.
yeah,
How
most
about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
You know
Okay,
what's
Tyr,
really
can you-
sad is
Can I
when that
paint a
came out.
Uberstalled? Sorry.
No, when that came out, we were laughing at him for asking for $1 million. Nowadays, you'd laugh at him for asking for $1 billion.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$1 trillion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
there's
much.
the cat goyle,
Yes.
which is actually painted glass.
Painted
What are you asking
glass.
for $1 billion for? What are you, Israel?
God damn it.
You ain't got to go.
$100 billion.
Okay,
Did you upload more?
I did. Just one of them's actually interesting. The other two are just there.
Oh shit, that's a nice fucking vista. Where'd you take that picture at?
That is
Wait a
Mount
minute.
Nebo in Arkansas.
Oh, wait a
Kansas.
minute. Wait a minute. Let me put it up first before you explain.
Arkansas.
And that's the interesting one because it's the film I used in it expired in 1989.
Yeah, you can see the film grain.
Holy shit! It looks like Frieza.
What?
I don't know why, but it looked like Frieza for a second.
Oh, you talking about the cat oil?
The stained glass, yeah.
Okay, I'm offended.
Wow, why?
Whoa.
Like you see the pink hair, the white body.
It's copyright by
Tail.
Timeline Godna.
I'm going to say something. I don't want to take this the wrong way, Critical. You just insulted, an eldritch abomination. He will come to your house and he will cut you.
I mean,
I
come
didn't
on,
know.
look at it. It looks like Frieza.
I will.
I will yawn.
I will look at you and give you a stink eye, and then do nothing.
I will demand the door to be opened and let in. Then I will demand 5 seconds later to be let out.
Let me in.
I will cost him far more sanity than that.
Oh God, he's gonna do the zoomies.
I will.
You're thinking too small. I welcome that shit.
I will stare at you and wish upon you a frequent and embarrassing itch.
I will sleep on the top step and look at you as you try to leave.
Oh, you guys got to do better than that. That's they're not doing anything to me.
I will follow you around every place that you go with a radio that only plays Mariah Carey.
Ooh,
Christmas.
oh.
No, you would, because you would probably die. You probably would die of boredom yourself.
Okay, so Jen really chose violence this morning.
Yeah, well, Jen, I'm
You're
sorry.
backfired.
Jen, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did, but I don't want to be punished like that.
Jen is a
Oh, I
step
got
above
it.
the snail.
Just know if
I
you
will
play that
curse you.
near Pat,
I'd probably start jamming, like, if you want to be.
I will
I'd
curse
probably want to
you
start playing
with
Spice Girls for some reason.
every bag of potato chips you have for the rest of your life will contain one bunch of that flavoring powder on it, so the rest seem pale by comparison.
That's a good one. That's
Okay,
what I
that
haven't
one,
heard before.
that one there was free-handed too.
I curse you for ever.
I see a
curse you
little
that
bit of
you
Ronald Dahl in there.
Yeah.
There's a Ronald Dahl. Is that his name?
I
Roll
think
doll.
that's where. I think that's the evil gingerbread house where you send bad children in the afterlife.
Oh, like Krampus. It's Krampus' house.
Yeah.
Say-
I kind of like that story.
I
And not
curse
only
you
is
with
that
an itch that the
free
second
hand,
you
that is-
find it, it moves
This
for
is
all eternity.
Welcome to I'm 34. It's already happened there, Tyr.
this is the evil gingerbread house in which the witch lives that turns the children into soup.
This is 500 milligrams of Benadryl. That's the home of the Hat Man.
I like how you
Okay.
guys are thinking of ways to torture me. That's already happened to me.
Someone turned you into soup?
Wow.
No, that's not. That hasn't happened
Yet.
yet.
One day.
No,
That
I
sounds
like
like a.
go with the mix of immortality and incremental misfortune.
Yes.
I
I
hope
could
you
say
live
we
to
turn
see
into
interesting
Deadpool.
times.
So wait a minute. So you actually hope I turn into Deadpool?
No. A
No,
pool
far
of
worse.
dead.
You wished immortality and incremental misfortune.
Yep.
Deadpool.
So every single day is just slightly worse than the one before it. And when you hit the point where it is the worst you could possibly imagine, somehow, some way you're going to wake up the next day and it's going to be even worse.
I hope that
My
when you
20s.
hit rock bottom,
Bruh.
that the
I was
floor
already
caves
suicidal,
in
okay?
and you drop even further.
I curse you to base traffic every day.
I hope
I
you
drive
find.
for a living.
I know you know what I mean.
I hope you find cat hair in a mouthful of chocolate pudding.
I'll have 3
I may or
cats,
may
so
not
that
have
kinda
done
doesn't help.
that.
May you live to see interesting times on MSNBC.
I don't watch that, so okay.
That's how we're gonna curse you. I curse you to be an MSNBC host for all eternity.
All your curses are weak.
See, when you die, instead of 50 virgins, you're gonna get 50 versions of The View.
Oh,
Whoa! Ah, god
already
damn.
the immortal.
Well, since we're going that way as well, how about this one? I curse you to lackluster orgasms for the rest of your days.
Ugh, Jesus! Wow,
May your
man.
next glass of milk be lousy with chunks of lard.
May every time you make a grilled cheese sandwich, may you burn it.
These are progressively getting dumber.
Because we're not trying to harm you, we're just trying to annoy the fuck out of you.
Yeah, it's like
Stained glass looks like Frieza.
Hey, you the one that pissed off an Eldritch Abomination.
may your skin forever hold the sheen of salami sweat.
Ew.
May every
I have a
cold,
gift for that one.
may every
I'm
cold cut
looking
be
at that,
salty.
and I am not getting Frieza from that. I just don't.
May
Where is that guy? What's his name?
May every time you make a sandwich, may your bread be soggy, and may your pineapple be terrible.
No, it's every time you make a sandwich, your bread be soggy and the meat dry.
Yeah. May every time
Jim
you
Varney was
may every time you bite into a turkey sandwich, it comes back dry.
It already happens.
Well, that's why you put a piece of gravy-soaked bread in between with the turkey meat. That way you got a moist maker.
A moist maker?
Yes.
Or you
Isn't that
could
already a
just
sandwich?
or you could just do deep fried turkeys, which are always, if you've done them properly, a fried turkey is always.
Can I do that in a greeting card? Put that as because I got those stupid greeting cards that play music. Can I put my own voice in there going, moist maker?
You actually could. There are greeting
I want
cards
a
with
series of
recordable
Valentine's
messages.
Day cards with that, and I want to get paid $0.25 for each.
Voice guy.
There was this one time on Robot Chicken where, no, I think it was South Park, where they shoved a turkey up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Up
Yeah.
Up their
somebody's
ass.
moist maker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's,
it's doing
like
the
a- it's like
shoving
that,
food up the butt and crapping out your mouth.
Moist
That was
maker.
South Park, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Um,
much how it is. It's like, was it South Park or was it Simpsons?
It was
South Park, and we
South
got
Park.
Cthulhu here. The Eldritch Abomination that is Kefki.
And-
I have to do minor finishing touches on that one still. But that's that is a large. It's like a 14 by 20, something like that.
You guys never saw the one I did the other night, did you?
What?
On Kefki's live stream, I did a what do you call it? An AI image of an albino ferret riding a hound into battle.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Isn't
Say,
it bad that
and
that's actually really cool?
original image that inspired the stained glass on that one is a picture by Green Badger.
Oh yeah, Green did
I
do
think
the
I've seen
original.
that picture.
And then
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
with
DM'd it to you
permission,
here in Discord.
Okay.
with permission, converted it to a stained glass window.
All right,
It's
gotta
just
show
I can
this.
never get the damned AI to glow the eyes yellow properly. So I never try anymore. I just like the idea of Kefki riding into battle mounted on a dog.
Yes.
A battle
You-
hound.
You probably would.
They may take our lives, but they will never take our snacks
Cheesy poop.
Do a mounted on a corgi.
for cheesy poos, for a candy corn.
So
Oh,
so
nice.
the shower shower curtain that we have actually has a cat riding a shark.
Nice.
It's like shooting laser beams or something. It's really cool.
Where's the? I did Kefki, or I call him Kefki. I did God, what the hell was it? It was it was the other thing. It'll come to me.
A thing with a thing, another thing, plus that thing.
There it is. Albino ferret and a jetpack.
This one. Here.
Damn it! Why are you fighting with me?
Love the elephant.
Oh, it's a fucker. That's why.
I love the elephant too.
This is the coolest. Okay, this is the coolest stained glass window thing
I just
I've
sent
seen
it to
in a
you.
while.
I don't think you looked at it yet.
I did, and I just downloaded it because it's here.
You're weird, man. There. No, why are you?
Okay, you guys got to see this. I'm putting it in the general chat. It's
Okay.
it's Goku doing the spirit bomb with the stained glass.
And
Okay, I feel like I've cheated my audience now. If you can, I gotta
Yeah.
find it now. If
That is cool as fuck.
hold on.
That's a lot of different colors to Menangle. I don't know what the word Menangle means. I think I might have just made it up. I want a nickel every time someone says it.
Menangle.
Spirit bomb on Namek.
Menangle. Yeah.
You'll never menangle a nickel out of me.
Yeah. There you go.
Damn right, you'll never menangle one.
You get a 20% cut for giving it meaning.
It's not a real word, but it is a place.
Menangle?
Menangle, Australia. It's a village
that
in
makes
Australia.
sense. No, then it's not a real place because Australia's not real.
Exactly. Have you ever been an Australian? No, you haven't.
and
Yes.
I still I still haven't gotten past the tragedy that was Whack Whack. So
yeah. Justice for Whack Whack.
justice for Whack Whack. Now the thing with that elephant,
Mm-hmm.
the pale section of the tusks is actually the original color of the wood.
Let me go back to it. I put up the spirit bomb really quickly.
I even stained the background.
Not bad.
I was going to say it's the actual color of the hooker's breath, but that's a different.
Mitch, come on now. You can't be telling that stuff on screen. We're on the Minions.
What?
Nothing.
I didn't use a dirty word.
Yeah, that's a birch ply.
Like, remember, we're family friendly on the Minions. So cut that fucking shit out.
You guys know what I like about elephants, right?
They're not people.
United States, Canada,
No,
Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic.
That's weirdly musical. But no, the elephants, man, they always smiling. Even when they're trampling you, they're smiling.
Oh yeah,
They're
the
happy
elephants are
bastards.
cool like
I love them.
They're spiteful, petty bastards too.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah, they will fuck.
And they're still smiling.
And this is the flying ferret.
Oh yeah, the albino ferret with a jetpack.
Yes. Ferrets finally achieved space flight, and Kefki was one of the testers.
Yeah, you know, the aviator got it wrong. Instead of some dude, it was a ferret.
They human washed history. It was all ferrets.
Racketeer was actually a ferret.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, they human washed everything. First it was the ferrets and the elephants.
Oh, that's cool as fuck, though.
Tell you what, the second someone genetically engineers a ferret with wings on.
I want one. Yeah, I kind of do too.
Because that's good.
It's a ferret with a jetpack.
It's going to be a whole fucking layer of mischief.
Yes, it will be.
Fitting one for the spooky season. Kind of.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
You singing the country song from MAX.
Yep, Yakko Warner.
Fingerprints.
The countries of the
No.
world.
Fingerprints. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, guys, I'm going to hop off.
It's
Oh,
getting there for the
God.
rest of us too. Yeah. Oh.
He be fading.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is we've hit the 2-hour mark, and I got to get something to eat.
He I get
The
his
cat.
beef meat.
Wings.
If I had beef meat,
Riding
I'd be
a
eating
shark.
beef meat.
His
I
beef
gotta-
meat's gonna beat him.
All I
I
got
gotta
is
be
pepperoni
up early in
chicken.
the morning, and then first call is a dishwasher that keeps putting water into it.
That
What?
damn dishwasher.
Isn't that what it's supposed to do?
That son of
As
a
soon as
bitch won't drain.
It just keeps filling with water, and it will never drain, and it just keeps filling with water, and it flooded their house.
Oh.
Whoops.
Oh.
That's terrifying.
In my opinion, is if it causes that much damage, just replace the fucker.
Right?
Yeah. And this is the last one I'll put up because this looks cool.
Now that one was a fun one
Mm-hmm.
because that is actually a sandstone coaster
Oh, groovy.
that I used the laser to burn the original pigmentation off of because it's like basically
Laser.
a dollar store thirsty stone.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Etched the pattern into it, soaked it in water for an hour, and then used watercolor pencils to paint
Laser.
the wet stone.
That's kick-ass.
Oh,
And
good night, everyone.
I actually
Right.
do have a laser
Travis.
that will like permanently tattoo you, among other things.
and this is sent by Critical, the cat riding the shark.
I thought that was one of the coolest things I found.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I do love the purple and pink and the blue background.
And heck, if you look at my latest thumbnail on for Talking in the Void, that's a
That son of a bitch have one
AI
wing.
picture that I then
Yes.
Is that wing on the cat or the shark?
It's a wing. It's there.
It's on the cat, looks like.
I have questions.
It's on nothing.
It's on nothing because it's not attached to cat's back because it's a.
I think it's dorsal on the shark.
I think it's a separate creature.
I think
behind the
it's.
shark.
It could be.
Wait a minute. No, it's the fin of the shark with the wing on the. It's the bat wing on the fin.
Well, it makes
Oh,
sense that
that's
it's
It's
flying.
already got a fin.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. This has been Tyr's Art Corner. Thank you for looking at the various art that my friends do. You know, they're
Where he
talented.
shows off everybody else's stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't show my writings. Sorry, and my skulls are kind of downstairs. I have to take a picture of them.
No one wants to see the millimeter measuring stick that I tattooed on my cock.
God damn it, Mitch!
What?
Did you
Family
hear about the
show.
shark that got offended?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about the
Sorry.
shark that got sad online?
What happened?
Well, you know, roosters are like that.
He was offended.
Oh,
I don't know why families can't have anything to do with roosters.
man.
You know,
Family show.
I hear that, and it always makes me think of the one thing at the one Renfest I went to. Was yeah, the guys are talking about different things like this true contest to mainless and everything. Wenching. Oh, come on. Turbo wenching. This is a family show. Well, how do you think it got that way?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. This has been, like I said, me and my friends just bullshitting online. And the crap we talk about. YouTube, please don't strike the Minions channel. They didn't deserve it. They didn't do this.
We are good as boys and girls.
We are.
Yeah.
YouTube is
Oh,
always right. Aside from that, we tomorrow we
real
will
estate. That should help us.
tomorrow.
Don't dox us on our social credit status.
Yeah, don't dox it. But like I said, tomorrow we will be the Minions Discord day where they will be on Discord. Wednesday will be the One Ton Hammer Show with the lovable Genty Maxi and Tyr Alexander. Thursdays is Johnny Hellcat's night, and Friday is Sanguine's night. I do believe the first Friday of December will be Mr. Adam will be taking over for him, so we'll look forward to that. You also have the Harry channel on Saturdays, and Kefki is running Sunday nights, so be sure to tune in. Goodbyes, parting words from you guys.
Beef meat.
I have not yet begun to paint.
Damn it, every time.
All right. Like I said, thank you all for coming out.
Safety, stay away from me.
We will see you. See you next week.
The first rule of veganism is don't.
Beef meat.
The first rule of veganism is bacon.
Beefcake.
Bacon. Beefcake.
Always talk about veganism.
All right. See you guys. Love y'all.
Closing time. Time for you to go out to the places you will be from. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. I know who I wanna take me home. Take me home. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay